This is the theory and applications of organizational communication, and today we're going to discuss groups and collaborations. Communication skills and the ability to work in teams continues to be one of the top, if not the most desired attribute in employees due to the critical importance of effective collaboration. This is the case because while managers and employees may spend more than half of their time collaborating, only a small percentage do so effectively, and there's rarely the right kind of motivation to do so, because competition to gain recognition or advance goals may take precedent over good collaboration. So not only is it important to learn how to communicate effectively to collaborate well, it's also important to have a sensible incentive structure to reward people for it. Interestingly, disagreement tends to be a central component of group decision-making processes and outcomes. Generally, decision-making groups will begin by polling members' opinions and decision preferences, even if they're told not to. Agreement at the outset generally suppresses deliberation and information evaluation, leading to suboptimal decision-making. This is generally because group members will falsely believe that consensus implies correctness. Disagreement will generally allow higher quality decisions that members feel confident in, satisfied with, and committed to, but only when members avoid being hostile or verbally aggressive. So, disagreement, while central for good decision-making and collaboration, only really works if it's communicated in a polite, friendly, respectful, or at the very least, neutral way. So basically, arguments or justifications that I'm just blunt or I'm just like this in the face of strained or hostile disagreements in decision-making settings fall flat. No one is just blunt. What they really are is a bad collaborator and group decision maker. So don't use that or accept that as an excuse. Another component of collaborations is influence processes, which are part of group decision-making. This relates to the extent to which and how people influence one another when reaching a decision. There are generally two types. The first is informational influence, or when group members accept others' knowledge as evidence about reality, or normative influence, when social rewards are offered or threatened to induce some kind of change. So the first one, informational influence, generally is associated with private acceptance and long-term attitude or behavioral change. The second, normative, is associated with temporary public acceptance maintained only in the presence of other group members. So with this in mind, informational influence will be the most desirable. A popular theory within collaboration and decision-making, which most people have heard of, is groupthink. Groupthink refers to what members withhold during decision-making discussions and remains one of the most appealing explanations for why good groups make bad decisions. Groupthink is basically when members fail to mention information during group discussion, which can lead to faulty decision-making. So this can occur due to various reasons. There can be an illusion of vulnerability, or the belief that members are able to make sound, rational decisions. There can be collective rationalization or ignoring negative information that contradicts the position held by the majority. There can be a belief in inherent morality or failing to appreciate ethical or moral implications of a decision because a person or group believes that they're already inherently moral. There can be stereotyping, failing to recognize how others outside of the group's identity will be influenced, self-censorship, when a group member avoids voicing concerns against the majority's position. There are mind guards, or those who suppress those who question the majority's opinion. There's often an illusion of agreement or a belief that those who don't express opinions are actually supporting the majority's position. And then there can even be direct pressure. So members who rely on, remember what we discussed before, normative influences to convince dissenters. So to avoid poor communication processes associated with groupthink, one of the most common recommendations is to assign a member to take on the role of a devil's advocate and to consistently question the quality of group deliberation across a decision-making process. Okay, so that's it for now. Just a brief recap of some of the influences of organizational communication on groups and decision-making. Please go ahead and watch the accompanying practical application lecture on organizational communication, groups and collaboration, and climate change. And the next topic we're going to cover then is gender difference and intersectionality.